What if I told you there's a desert in the United States that isn't hot, isn't sandy, and feels more like you're walking across the surface of another planet? Welcome to the Great Basin Desert, the largest cold desert in North America, and one of the most misunderstood landscapes on Earth. Before we dive in, remember to subscribe to Travel Facts so you never miss a journey into the world's most extraordinary places. Picture this. You step onto a silent plain at sunrise. The air is cold enough that you can see your breath. Mountains stretch across the horizon like the spine of the earth itself. Sagebrush releases its sharp desert scent as the wind passes through. There's no noise, no cars, no cities. Just golden light spilling across a landscape that feels ancient, untouched, and endless. A local ranger once said, "People come here expecting heat, and instead they discover space. Space to breathe, space to think, space to feel small compared to the desert's 200,000 square miles of wild mystery." This is the Great Basin Desert, and its beauty lies not in what grows, but in what endures. Unlike the Mojave or the Sonoran Desert, the Great Basin is a cold desert, meaning it gets snow in winter. Temperatures can drop far below freezing. Summers stay cooler than typical deserts. Rain is rare, but so is extreme heat. Why is it cold? Because of the basin and range province, a geological phenomenon where the land is pulled apart, creating dozens of parallel mountain ranges separated by deep, dry valleys. Mountains block the warm, moist air from the Pacific Ocean, making this region incredibly dry, but also surprisingly cool. It's a desert built on shadows, wind, and silence. This desert is filled with mountains, more than 150 individual ranges. Some rise over 13,000 feet, catching winter snowstorms and creating pockets of life that shouldn't exist in such a dry place. Because of these mountains, the Great Basin is a place of dramatic contrasts. Snow-capped peaks, windswept valleys, salt flats stretching to the horizon, canyons carved by flash floods, ancient forests hidden at high elevations. The land is constantly shifting, stretching, and cracking, a living map of Earth's geological past. This is the home of one of the oldest living organisms on Earth. Hidden among the high mountains of the Great Basin are the Great Basin bristlecone pines. Trees so old they were alive before the pyramids were built. Some are 5,000 years old. They survive because the desert forces them to grow slowly, carefully, and with incredible strength. A ranger once described them as the desert's memory carved in wood. These ancient survivors make the Great Basin one of the most sacred natural landscapes in America. The Great Basin Desert is home to some of the most bizarre terrains in the U.S., including the Black Rock Desert, famous for Burning Man, the Bonneville Salt Flats, where cars break land speed records, sinkholes, and dry lake beds that appear and vanish. Mirages that stretch across the flats. Each area looks completely different, like dozens of miniature worlds combined into a massive desert universe. The silence here is so intense that you can hear your heartbeat echo through the air. People often say it feels like walking on another planet. If you love stargazing, this desert is one of the greatest places on Earth. Its remote valleys have almost zero light pollution. Astronomers say you can see nearly 5,000 stars with the naked eye, and the Milky Way glows like a river of silver dust across the night sky. This region reminds you how enormous the universe is, and how small our worries really are. This is a wilderness that few tourists ever visit. Despite being huge, the Great Basin Desert is one of the least visited deserts in the U.S. No big cities, no famous tourist resorts, just raw wilderness. Here, you can hike for hours without seeing another human being. It's a place where solitude becomes a kind of spiritual experience. For travelers seeking peace, reflection, and untouched nature, this desert is a hidden treasure. The Great Basin Desert isn't loud. It doesn't beg for attention. But it's one of the most extraordinary landscapes in North America. A desert shaped by cold winds, ancient mountains, and time itself. If you enjoyed this journey, Remember to subscribe to Travel Facts so you don't miss our next adventure into the world's most beautiful places. Would you ever explore a desert this massive and quiet? Or does the silence make it feel too mysterious? Let me know in the comments.